Alright, so I had mentioned that the axles are a little bit wider than this trailer frame itself. We're only lacking a little less than 2 inches on each side. So what we're going to do, I was racking my head, do I want to cut the axles down? Do I want to dick around with that and then take the chance of not having something be lined up properly? It's going to be a heavy trailer. I don't need to be going down the road and having an axle snap in the middle because I did something stupid. And it's not that people can't do that, but right now with what I have, it's a little bit beyond my skill set and what I know. Now, so what I come up with was these spacer blocks. So these spacer blocks, I took 2 pieces of 6-inch channel for each one, a piece of half-inch plate steel on the bottom. We're going to weld a full piece of half-inch plate steel on top. These are going to get welded to the frame. We're going to gusset from the upper corner down to the frame with some 1/4-inch stock, and we're going to do 6 of them all together. And then what I'll do before I weld these onto the trailer frame, we're going to square the center one off. We're going to square it off of the hitch up front. So we're going to pull a measurement from the hitch for both sides, because that's the important part. That's what's going to make everything track together instead of dog-legging down the road and looking goofy. We need this to line up. Now the easy part is, I've had these axles that are already set up on something, so I can pull my measurements off of that. So I need my the center holes for my hangers, my axle hangers, they need to be 31 inches on center. So that gives me enough room with this. I've got about 1 inch of play on all of these blocks to be able to adjust where I need to adjust. So what we can do is we can get these set up, get them tacked on. We're probably not going to do the full welds until I know I don't have to cut them off. After that, we're going to go to town and just weld the piss out of them. That's basically what we do anyway. So we're going to get on making these so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And we're going to go from there. Alright guys, let's show you the plan for mounting the axles. Now like I said, the main issue I had here was that the axles are a little bit slightly wider than the actual trailer frame I built, and that's piss poor planning on my part because I could have made the frame wide enough to accept it. So anyway, 1/2 inch plate steel, 6-inch channel, another piece of 1/2 inch plate steel. We're going to do triple welds here. I've already have 2 on here. I want a big wide weld there, enough to support any of the, this is going to be one of the main structural welds on this frame. because this is the one that's going to be carrying us down the road. So this one's super important. Very, very important. I do understand that it is hard to see in here because everything kind of blends together. So our next important step, I said how important that was structurally, how that is. Honestly, I built that thing like a tank. I honestly don't think it's going to be a big issue. But the other thing we have to take into consideration here is how we're going to make these axles square to the trailer so everything goes down the road perfectly. It's not so much, they don't need to be square to the neap of the trailer, which would be the bed, but they do need to be measured properly off of the hitch up front. So what I have is I have a mark up here, a little grind line, to where I can hook the tape measure and measure down to the center point on this axle bracket, whatever the hell you want to call it. I've got to make sure that measurement matches exactly on the other side. And if I do that, this thing will come together square and it'll pull down the road properly. It won't look like it's dog-legged off to the side. It won't be wearing my tires out. That's important, you know, just like the alignment on your vehicle. Again, I'm not speaking from experience, I'm speaking from reading, but I have seen plenty of trailers over the years going down the road kicked off to one side, and they're usually the homemade ones. So we're going to try to avoid that.
What are we doing?
I want you to hold the tape measure. See this mark right here?
Yep.
You hold the 10-inch mark right there, okay?
Yep.
Very important. Hold it nice and tight.
Yep.
Okay, let it twist.
Yep.
Let it, see what I'm doing? Wyatt? Flatten your tape out. You gotta let it turn with me.
Alright.
Let go with your thumb. There you go. Hold that 10-inch mark right on there.
Okay.
Hold on just one second. Wyatt, can you hold it the same spot you held it the last time?
Yep.
Were you on the top or the bottom of the tape?
I was, yep.
Okay. You tell me when you're good.
I'm good.
1 second now. Sorry. Just squaring up where the axles are going on this thing. You still good there, Wyatt?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's a good eyeball. Huh. You're in the money, Ma. Alright, so we're double checking these. I need 31 inches in between them. I actually have enough for, cool, we have it. I actually have enough space on here to adjust the actual axles around before we weld the hangers on. And that's going to actually be a huge help for what I'm doing. That way we're just taking the mystery out of it. I didn't want to make these the exact size I needed because I wanted that adjustment on there. Makes everything a little bit easier if you can, just makes it all nicer if you can move that around where you need it. So, like I said, we're gonna end up doing 3 welds, really building this up. And then when we roll it, when we start tipping it, we'll hit this back side. And then once we get it right side up, we'll hit the underside underneath these these brackets, whatever you want to call them. Been a long day, folks. I've been out here going on this all day. It's getting late. I meant to get the axles on today, but that's just it ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen. But we're making quite a bit of progress anyway. Alright folks, now you can see what we have. Now this is about as far as I go tonight. I have a rule, I don't just stop welding and go in the house, especially when you're welding inside of a wooden building like this. I mean, we have plenty of concrete and a lot of room in the middle, but I'd like to stay out here and do a little bit of a fire watch for a couple hours or an hour before I go in. Sometimes I'll just turn the lights off and look around for glow and try to smell smoke. So this is, like it, love it, or hate it, this is the plan for the axles. Like I said, our trailer, I should have measured it before because I could have made it wide enough at the time. I screwed up and did not measure that. I thought I would be all right with what I had. But I think this workaround is going to work quite well. I mean, honestly, like I said, you've got a full inch worth of plate steel, 2 pieces of 6-inch channel iron, and it's welded the piss out of. So I don't think we're going to have issues with this. We'll probably put some kind of gussets in here also, but honestly, I don't even know if those are necessary. That'd take an awful lot to bust these off of here, especially with a triple weld bead on them. But so that's where we're at. I hope you guys are enjoying this build. I'm actually enjoying the hell out of it. Like I said before, this is the largest welding project I've ever undertaken, and I'm enjoying the shit out of it. To be honest with you, once I get the next timber frame done, I may try to scrounge the materials to build something I can haul my tractor with. I'd love to build a trailer like what Cremona did on his channel. That would be a really nice addition to everything I do here. But anyway, we're just plugging along. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks to have this done. I'm going to have to take it, get it weighed and inspected so that we can be legal for the road. And I kind of want that proper anyway. If I have some welds that aren't right or anything that's not safe, I want it picked out and I want to get it fixed. So, you know, it's not so much losing a piece of equipment or hurting myself I worry about with something like this. It's what if something breaks going down the road and ends up in somebody's minivan full of kids or something and somebody gets hurt or killed. I'm really not wanting to live with something like that. So this is one of those times, you know, I don't mind going and getting it looked at, made sure it's right. Normally if it's here at my own house or it's for my own use, it's not going anywhere. Pretty much I don't want Big Brother involved in anything I do. But when it comes to potentially hurting somebody else, especially something like this that's going to be on the roads, I want it right. I want it safe and I want it legal. And that way my ass is covered and so on and so forth. So anyway, thanks for watching everybody. I hope you enjoyed it and I will catch you on the next one.